Hi friends, welcome to Yoga with Sarah Trapani. Welcome if you're new to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. And welcome back old friends that continue to practice with me. I really appreciate it. So I'm in my cozy living room this evening with my fire going. I'm gonna have to damp it down at some point, but it's going to be a relaxing evening practice. And we'll do some shoulder and neck stretches as well as some stretches on the back and a well-rounded full body stretch that's also super relaxing, helping you unwind from whatever you've been doing today. So I really appreciate you. If you could take a moment before we begin to subscribe to my channel, like, share, and if you could hit that super thanks button if you enjoy this practice and you're still with me at the end, and give me a little tip for my efforts, that would be so appreciated. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to start in a hero pose, sitting on the heels with palms facing up. And sitting up really tall, pulling the shoulders down away from the base of the skull. Letting your tailbone drop down right between the toes. Relax your eyes and just tune into how you feel today, in this moment in time, whatever part of the day it is. Noticing any gripping or tension that you're able to release and soften. Tuning into your breath, letting your chin drop down toward the chest. Take a moment to set your intention for this practice. What do you want to cultivate in this time on your mat today? And let that help guide the effort you put in and the energy you put in, even if it's a very soft and gentle energy. And we'll start to drop that right ear toward the shoulder. And we're going to take the right hand over on top of the left ear and just give a gentle press and open your left hand away, reaching your left fingertips away from the base of the skull, thumb up, and give a little pull. And you can rotate that left hand around a couple of times, stretching out through that left side neck. And remembering to breathe. And coming on back to center, we're going to drop that left ear toward the left shoulder, open that right hand out, thumb up. Drape the left hand over on top of your right ear and give a little light pull. So you're reaching your right fingers away from that left elbow and taking a little circle with that right hand. Good. And breathing, opening up that right neck down under the shoulder blade. And pausing, reaching away, coming back to center. Lightly interlace the hands back behind the head. Open your elbows on your inhale. Let's come up onto the knees. Inhale, open your elbows, look up. Exhale, gently sit down. Pull the belly in and round. And let's inhale, open, lift up. And then exhale, we're going to pull in, belly in, and hug in to the center. And inhale, open. And exhale, pull in. And inhale, let's open, then reach behind, interlace the fingers with light interlace of the fingers, dropping down toward your heels. Lift your heart straight up. Inhale, lift your chest, gazing up. Exhale, bring your belly toward the thighs. We're gonna melt into child's pose. Extend your arms forward, forward, forward. Drop your forehead toward the ground and breathe space into the belly. This fire down a little bit. Through the tops of the feet, let's inhale, wave forward, spread your chest, and then exhale, press back, hips to heels. And let's inhale, glide forward, and exhale, press back. Letting go of your stress on the inhale, soft elbows. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips to heels, send the sitting bones straight back. Come up to tented fingers. Hasta Bandha. Let's lift the belly and slide your right foot through and then walk your hands up onto your right thigh. This is a fine place to stay. Working here, letting the inner thighs move apart. We're going to work with a little neck and shoulder release, lightly interlacing the hands behind your head, moving the base of the skull into your hands and lifting the center of your elbows right up. And we're going to inhale, gaze up, and then exhale, gently release. Left hand a little wider than the shoulder. Take your right hand onto the back of your head. Then open your right elbow up toward the sky and lean back. dragging that right elbow away from the left hand. Then bringing the back of your head into the right hand as you inhale. And then exhale, release your hands to frame that right foot and slide your right leg back, toes tucked, hips to heels. Coming into that active child's pose with toes curled underneath. Then inhale, slide forward. You can let your hips sink. Take your tops of your feet flat. And then exhale, press back, hips to heels. And we'll move through that a couple times. Inhale, wave forward. Look up. Exhale, press back, belly in. And now when you inhale to slide forward, slide that left foot forward and walk your hands up onto that left thigh. Let the inner thighs sink, giving a nice inner thigh psoas stretch. Feel the top of the right foot press. And then lightly interlace the awkward finger on top and squeeze your elbows in and lift the center of your elbows straight up. And use that interlace of the hands to gently traction the back of your skull away from your tail. Let's inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, release your hands to frame that front foot. We're going to take the right hand a little wider, and then take your left hand right onto the back of your head. And then your right hand can come a little forward, and then we'll traction that left elbow away from your right hand. One more inhale, and then exhale, release. Hands frame that front foot. We're going to slide that left leg back. Big toes touch. Take your knees really wide. Find this wide leg child and rest your forehead. And roll your forehead around on the forearms to massage your brow line and let go of tension in your head, your neck, your jaw. And let's go ahead and start to walk your hands in between your knees. Bring your knees in together. You're going to swing that right arm straight up and hinge the elbow, bringing your right hand in between the space of your shoulder blades. Then take your left hand on top of your right elbow, and then pull your right elbow over to the left. Breathing there. Nice neutral, face forward. Drag with your left hand that right elbow away from the hip. And inhale, and then exhale, we're going to switch. You take that left hand, it can touch the back of your head or right in between the shoulder blades. Then we're going to pull gently that left elbow up, away. So you're opening that whole left side. Nice shoulder, side rib release. Use your right hand to pull that left elbow up. And we'll inhale, and we'll exhale, come on back. Take a cactus arm, and then reach your fingertips away, palms up. Then rotate backs of hands down. Pull your belly in and start to fold. And then lightly interlace your fingers on your lower back. And then we're going to roll onto the forehead. Now you can stay on your forehead, or you can roll right onto the crown of the head and peel the arms away into a rabbit pose. So another shoulder and neck release. Peeling the arms away. Exhaling the belly into the spine. Then slowly lower onto your hairline, and then onto your forehead, and then rest that interlace of the hands right on the lower back. And if it feels okay, take your hands right onto the lower back, give a little press, like you're pressing down toward the sitting bones, toward the tail. Then give a nice press on that tail, pull the belly and come all the way up. And then sit to the left, swing your legs around, extend your legs out straight. Toes are pointing straight up toward the sky. Let's reach the arms up and lightly interlace the awkward finger on top and press the palms right up toward the sky. Squeeze the biceps in toward the ears. And then lightly interlace the hands behind your head and open your elbows. And let those shoulder blades squeeze right together. Another little shoulder release and opening across the chest as you inhale, look up. And then as you exhale, we're going to reach for your toes. So you reach for your toes, or if that's not available, you can take your shins or your ankles, and we're going to fold over those thighs and peek toward your tail. Got to pull this out a little, get the fire going a little more. And find your way into that forward fold. Pulling the belly into the spine when you exhale. And then we'll go ahead and drag the tailbone down. Sit up really tall and just swing your arms open and closed a couple times. Breathing, letting go of the stress of whatever you're doing. today. Good. And then releasing. Take a couple of circulations on your knees. Sending some love to those knees. Then we're going to inch forward and come down onto your back. Come right down onto the back and go ahead and take your hands on your ribs and float your feet toward the ceiling. Take a few circles with your toes in one direction and then the other. Let all the weight from your feet drape down your legs into your belly. Let your head roll from side to side. Then bend your knees deeply, and we're coming into a full happy baby pose. Soles of feet face the sky, rocking gently. And then release your feet onto the floor. You can take your feet mat width distance apart. Let your knees knock into touch for constructive rest. Rest your hands on your belly. Take a moment to let go and soften into the floor. Letting everything go, letting all of your tension and stress dissolve away. Let's windshield wiper the knees to the right. Let your left inner knee move toward the ground. And then look toward your right knee. And then back to center. Windshield wiper to the left. Let that right inner knee move down. And look toward your left knee. And then back to center. Hug both knees in. Then release your feet. Let's take a final meditation and constructive rest pose, letting your knees knock into touch. And then we're going to interlace the hands back behind the head, one final kind of neck and shoulder release. Give your base of your skull a little massage with your fingertips, like you're gently pulling the base of the skull away from your tail. You can root through the feet and squeeze your gluteals, lift your pelvis for a moment, then let your lower back melt. And then just rest here with your elbows nice and open, hands interlaced behind your head or a cactus arm. And then close your eyes for that final moment of meditation. And just tuning into the sounds in your environment. Tuning into any area of the body that needs attention or focus. Let your awareness pool around any area that needs healing. And with the healing power of your awareness, allowing that area to receive some vibrancy, some prana, and imagining that any place that feels stuck dissolves and flows through all the cells and then out into the ether and into the earth. We're going to let the arms come out to a T, palms facing up, and just reach the fingertips away from the shoulders, getting a nice stretch across the whole front of the chest, collarbones, biceps. And then bring the palms together in front of your heart. Interlace the fingers, flip them away from your chest, right up toward the sky, and then right up overhead. And then drift your feet again, right up toward the ceiling. Take a little shake. Shaking off whatever you need to let go of. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it out. Hug the knees in. Give yourself a nice compassionate squeeze. Thanking yourself for showing up today. Invite some gratitude for wherever you're at. Then roll to either side and we'll slowly come on up to sit. Thank you for you. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your presence and practice. And I'm wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and always trust on the journey. Namaste. So I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, please continue to watch my practices. I post new practices nearly daily, and I'm really open to suggestions if there's something that you want to see me present, any kind of class style or focus. drop it in the comments. Keep it respectful and nice, please. And please, if you're still with me, if you could like, share, subscribe, hit that super thanks button, drop me a little tip. Brings me a lot of joy, and I hope that you have a really nourishing and restful rest of your day and that you feel better. Okay, keep up your practice. See you next time. Bye-bye.